Hello everyone, my name is Murad. I'll be presenting to you our company Toyota and its strategies and the analysis of the macro environment as well. So, starting with the introduction, Toyota is the most leading Japanese automobile company by creating more innovative car designs and spending billions of dollars in advertisement a year. Toyota has appeared in the eyes of many auto consumers worldwide. It's because the high quality vehicles at affordable prices. Toyota has actually built its reputation globally by producing the strategy, and Toyota has reduced their prices as compared to the other automobile makers. The strategic management has direct impact on its business in all organizations. That's why Toyota has become a leading company in auto industry because of the attractive strategic management policy. It has already in 27 countries. It has already their plans set up in 27 countries and is a leading auto company worldwide because of its strategic management planning. Talking about the global entry strategy of Toyota, they are planning for a stable, slowly, and a surely entry, especially to the European, because they are not that much into the European countries as of now, but they will surely enter it. And Toyota has also taken a lot of opportunities offered by the emerging countries with growing economies, that is, like lower wage costs and more flexible markets in the new European Union member countries. In this slide, we talk about the main agenda of Toyota, that is affordable yet no compromise in the quality. Toyota believes that the role of purchasing should be long term at the lowest price a customer can attain, but at the same time, no compromise on the production quality of the products. Normally, the companies do not want to cut their targeted return and they follow the strategy which is formulated into cost plus profit is equal to selling price. But the Toyota takes a slightly different strategy that they don't focus on the selling price after determining the profit, but they actually go for this formula price minus cost is equal to profit. So they emphasize more on the reduction of cost, and that's how they earn the profit. Now, unlike the other companies. In this slide, I'll be discussing the pestle analysis of Toyota, starting with the political factors affecting the Toyota's business. Political stability of major markets is an opportunity for Toyota to grow with minimal political tension. And also, free trade agreements involving Japan and other countries is another opportunity for Toyota for improved market penetration. Additionally, government also support for eco-friendly products is another opportunity for Toyota. And coming to the economic factors important to Toyota, Toyota has an opportunity to improve its exports from Japan based on the weakness of the Japanese yen. Also, Toyota has the opportunity to grow its business in the US, which is the firm's second biggest market after Japan. In addition to this, the rapid growth of developing countries, developing economies presently is the another opportunity for Toyota. So, coming to the social and factors influencing Toyota's business environment, Toyota has an opportunity to provide more products that satisfy customers, increasing interest in hybrid and electric vehicles. However, the company must be considering the widening wealth gap, which is again a threat because of its corresponds of declining middle class. So this is another threat we found in the social factors of Toyota's business environment. In this slide, we talk about the technological factors that affect the Toyota's business. Toyota has an opportunity to improve its e-commerce capabilities or to exploit the third-party e-commerce service providers for sales of some of its products, such as spare parts. Toyota has an opportunity to enhance its mobile apps to increase customer engagement and loyalty. But the threat here is of cybercrime, including corporate cyber espionage. This dimension of Toyota special analysis model shows major technological opportunities, although the firm must address the threat of the cybercrime through suitable technological security measures. The next one is the environmental factors. Toyota has an opportunity to provide more environmentally friendly products, such as electric cars or cars with higher fuel efficiency. The company has an opportunity to increase its stability and sustainability performance through improvements in the business process efficiency. Okay, talking about the legal factors, Toyota has the opportunity to grow with reduced concern in infringement of its intellectual property rights because the government are working hard towards improving intellectual property protection. Toyota also has an opportunity to provide higher quality products that satisfy exceed requirements based on environmental laws. In addition to this, the company also can exploit the opportunity of offering safer and more satisfactory products to fulfill or exceed consumer laws.
Thanks, Murad. My name is Saharsh, and I'm just continuing with the presentation now. Alright, so moving on to the analysis of industry. So for this, we've used like poles of 5 forces to find out where Toyota stand itself in the automotive segment. So first is threats of new entrants. Automotive industry requires huge capital investment. Hence, for any new startups or any new automotive business that will able to compete with Toyota would be quite a difficult decision for them. The automotive industry has high retaliation possible from existing companies. For example, if new entrants would bring in innovative products and ideas into the segment, that would definitely change the way how Toyota has been doing business. For example, how Tesla has put on all electric cars, and how that has to change the Toyota's sales of fuel. So they have also transferred their business towards hybrid sales. Yes, Toyota has good brand portfolio and reputation, and definite engineering quality. Maybe that has been a reason for Toyota to put themselves on the top of the list in terms of market share. Toyota have roughly around 10.24%, followed by Volkswagen by 7.59%. This is the data from 2019. Other new entrants could easily pop into the game as there are numerous number of suppliers and distributors in the market. The problem would be meeting the economic scales for new companies or even for the established companies. Other new entrants could easily pop into the game as there are numerous number of suppliers and distributors in the market. The problem would be meeting the economic scales for new companies or even for the established companies. So the next is bargaining power of supplier. Since there are a large number of suppliers in the market, Toyota could easily choose among the best suppliers in terms of finding the reasonable price, or also in terms of finding the quality products they prefer. Although the designs and materials used in the production have changed drastically from 90s, for example, basically they used to use most of the metals in the body parts, so compared to now they move shift towards the plastic use. But still, there are a large number of suppliers towards plastics for Toyota, so there is no issue for Toyota to choose amongst the best suppliers. Moreover, the materials are widely accessible all over the world. Toyota is based not just in one country, but they have plants on different parts of the world. Hence, Toyota can easily choose from which supplier or which ends they want to choose from. As gearbox, or also called a transmission, is widely used and commonly used within most of the vehicles, Toyota started its own production called Asian, a transmission company, and today the Asian is basically not just supplies to Toyota itself, but Asian also supplies to loads of other car manufacturers. Alright, so third is threat of substitute. And threat of substitute is considered to be moderate, and that's because there are many loads of alternatives available, such as bike, motorbikes, trains, buses, planes, railways. Overseas subsidies can help people move from one place to another, but the motorway has a long history and the cars and everything has a quite convenience which is not compared with other modes of transportation such as airplanes or any buses. Since Toyota highly rely on petrol engine and diesel engines, over there like improvements on the engines on reducing the CO2 emissions and everything, the use of electric vehicles in this decade has been rising tremendously. But similarly, Toyota has also been using hybrid cars in the production since 9 years, and Toyota also celebrated its 15 million units of Toyota hybrid cars sold till date. So next is bargaining power of buyer, and this is considered to be quite high because most of the buyers are individuals that buy one car, but corporates or governments usually buy large fleets and car bargains at low prices. It doesn't necessarily cost much for buyers to switch to another brand of vehicles or start using another type of transportation, but the buyers can easily choose alternatives car brands. So this transportation automobile industry has buyers are quite price sensitive, and the decision is often based on how much does a vehicle cost. Although Toyota has a wide range of vehicle selection from SUVs, small cars, MUVs, crossovers, loads of options available, but still buyers are not threatened backwards towards integration. It's the buying behavior of humankind. So Toyota always aims in providing the best service and best quality towards the customer as possible. This has been a main reason for Toyota to being able to make that number of sales in the world. Lastly, we have a competitive rivalry, and this is considered to be quite strong with Toyota, and that's because they're like very low number of large firms in the market. For the large number of car brands in the world, most of the car brands owns each other. Similarly, Toyota is one of the big four car owners. Toyota is basically considered for its durability and performance in the industry. We can still see Corollas running around the street from 1980s having no issues at all in its engine performance. For big giants like Toyota, even if a firm decides to leave an industry, it will incur huge losses. So most of the time, it's either bankrupt or stay in the automotive industry for a long time. So most of the acquisition really takes place. For example, Toyota has an acquisition of Casca Corporation, Daihatsu, Hyundai Ottawa, and also major share of Isuzu. Toyota is one of the companies that was pioneered in providing management philosophy called just in time. So in overall, the industry of automotive is being very large, but the petrol and diesel engines are being quite a mature state. The size of the computing firms vary, but they usually compete for different ends of customers and different market shares.
Hi, I'm Sachin. I'm presenting the internal analysis of Toyota. As we know, internal analysis is the basic element of a company. Toyota has a stronger supplier relationship, moreover, the well organized distribution system, and has well experienced inventory specialists which promote an internal production and distribution effectively. The organizational culture in Toyota is continuous improvement and respect for people, which is called the Toyota Way. Internal analysis. The internal environment of organization, which is a set of key values such as long-term philosophy. Employees take a long view rather than a short view. Employees should find motivation and establish goals. Right process will produce right result. The principle in this section allow any employee in the production system to stop production to signal a quality issue, reducing bureaucratic process and employees could growth and improvement of the company. The value to organization by developing people. This principle encouraged the employees judged success by their team achievements rather than their individual efforts, treating their business partner much like they treat their employees, providing cross culture teams to help suppliers discover and fix problems so that they can become a stronger, better supplier. Solving root problems, diverse organizational learning. Learning organization continually reflecting on its practices and striving for improvement. Employees must understand their problem solving, consistent based solutions swiftly implemented, and continual reflection and improvement. Resources and competencies. Core competencies enable strong competitive advantages that apply to automotive business development in the long term. Promotion of technological advancement, which is necessary to compete in the saturated and highly competitive international automobile market. Sustained competitive advantages. Technological expertise based on a history of relevant R&D. Access to support from diverse business via the Toyota Group. Capacity to compete based on cost and price via the Toyota Way. Toyota's core competency has been its ability to develop automobiles that have superior quality. The competitive price of the company's products mean that it has loyal customer base. Toyota has created strategic management and philosophy as a core element of its growth strategy. Collaborate structure for success that is based on implementing cost leadership strategy, innovative practices like Six Sigma and just in time in the production facilities of the organization. Threshold and distinctive resources. Flexibility in determining expenditure. Controlling employees related costs such as health and pension costs. Establishment of export market such as development of export market helps negative any downturns in domestic market. Use of most efficient work practices like good industrial relations through a motivated workforce assisting minimizing the industrial disputes. Effective cost controls. A close relationship with suppliers and good distribution channels assist controlling cost. Access to the latest available and most efficient technology and techniques. The industry is highly competitive, so enterprises need a technology enabled competitive edge. Optimum capacity utilization. Excessively high plant utilization is required for success in any modern automobile and light duty motor vehicle manufacturing.
Hi, I'm Mohammed Mustafa, and I'm here to talk about the appraisal of the distinctive resources and competencies of the Toyota company. While talking about the strategic capability, we can we can divide the strategic capability into resources and competencies. And resources may be further divided into tangible resources and intangible resources. As we all know, that tangible means physical assets such as machinery, labor, finance, and intangible means non-physical assets such as knowledge, know-how, brand, reputations. And while talking about competencies, the competencies are the activities, processes, and methods through which an organization uses its resources effectively. And when we are talking about the characteristics for tangible, there are financial and physical. Financial tangible resources are like the government subsidizing private funding, internal assets, public subsidizing, uh, and physical is land, building, and equipment. Indicators for financial tangible resources are leasing, renting, cash flow, and for physical tangible resources are alternative uses for fixed assets, airport layout, energy certification, etc. Intangible resources are further classified as technology and reputation. Technology is Technology means conceived operational strategies, facilities, IT controlled technical and trained employees, passenger integration, IT monitored flows, aircrafts and passengers, uh, and indicators are R&D stuff, turnaround time, check-in time, passenger and baggage processing time. And for reputation, strong alliances and tailored solutions collaborate. collaborative processes, political support, and indicators for reputation, customer satisfaction, public surveys, etc. Human resources are like high skilled employees, great sales forces, adaptability, commitment, employee qualification, pay rates. And distinctive capabilities of Toyota are it's well known and a trusted brand not only in UK or in a single country but in mostly all countries in the world. A good reputation and creative workforce. It also has a close relationship with suppliers and good distribution channels, assist controlling costs. The competence of Toyota is producing automobiles at reasonable price. They are well known for their they are well known for their pricing uh, because they 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 give the cars at low cost but with high quality. The competence of Toyota is producing automobiles at reasonable prices. Toyota has a wide portfolio of cars with different product features and price ranges. Toyota is doing better than competitors with a hybrid segment.
Hi, hello guys, I'm Harsha. I'm going to present the SWOT analysis of Toyota. And the SWOT investigation takes agenda as the Toyota, an auto creator that presently works in almost 200 nations all throughout the planet and is known for making eco-friendly efficient vehicles including vehicles, trucks, individual transporters, and sport utility vehicles. It is regularly seen as beginning at the front line of electric fuel vehicles. However, as likewise comfort analysis as here for conformal analysis as for the late for the absence of value and potential dangers. What does it mean by the strengths of Toyota? It means strength. We know that every SWOT analysis we calculated by the strength, weakness, threats, and opportunities. First, I am discussing about the strengths of Toyota. The strong brand image of the organization has the greatest strength that indicates the organization capability. The organization of Toyota comprises one of the strongest brands according to the global aspects within the automotive industry. Second, the worst global supply chain. The company basically comprises the global supply chain, which is also another the most important strength as it helps to enable the resilience within the market. The rapid flow for the innovation capability. It helps to minimize the risk-based factors to represent the organization culture to provide a greater facility for the rapid innovation. Opportunities of Toyota. The chances of Toyota demonstrate the market circumstances and investigation that can assist it with defeating the shortcomings and become more compelling in the impending future. Secrecy within the organization culture. What does that mean? Toyota holds up the global hierarchical organization structure, due to which it holds up a strong hierarchical structure with the maximum flexibility. It generally reduces the response in respect of addressing emergence of the problems. Effects over the products that recalls in the recent years, Toyota implements a massive product that recalls to be overcome by the organization in respect of the consumer, the whole processor through the business capacity. The strong hierarchical organization structure. The organization also uses the product distribution that shows Toyota for the improvement of the performance through the great adjust means so that it reduces the weakness to hold up the organizational structure as well as the culture. Weakness of the SWOT analysis. The graph shows the market share of the Toyota. Graph shows the difference or the problems they face in the market, which they become the weakness. Net contribution of profitable ratio is less than industry average. Net contribution as well as the profitability ratio needs to be maintained because the average amount of the industry should be more than the net income of a company. insufficient and inflexible structure. Financial activities of the company needs to maintain accuracy and transparency. Different sale value and inaccuracy in financial activities. The company needs to maintain sales value in order to become acceptable to the customers. Unable to deal with the outside challenges, Toyota company mainly needs to have some backup plan and flexible structure in order to deal with the outside challenges. Threats of Toyota: economic calamity and unable to overcome market fluctuations. The company needs to organize some ways to deal with the economical ups and downs in the business process so that they can be able to overcome the market fluctuations according to the time period. Second, the restrictions for COVID-19 situation. In this pandemic situation, the company needs to innovate some smarter technologies and activities to the director can continue the production process and make some profit. Insufficient innovative activities and regulation supply. The high level of regulation in supplying customers more attractive and acceptable strategies can help the company to overcome the losses. Shortage for skillful and experienced workers. The director needs to develop seminars, conferences, training sessions in order to make efficient and skillful workers to bring harmony in the business processes. External competitiveness and conclusion. Toyota operates in a highly competitive market with a slew of companies vying for dominance through strategic positioning and marketing methods. Because of the massive capital required to compete with the major corporations like Toyota, the threat of new entrants to the sector is still slow.